Okay, just got long 6175, long 6175. It's 11:25 a.m. Wednesday, 15th of April. And we could have ourselves a big things happen at triples trade. So big things happen at triples. You either get big reversals or big trend breaks. And we just had resistance on the 500, 1500 and 4500 tip bar chart all come together. So we're busting up through those. And why are we going long? Because we had a whole bunch of blue professional bars kind of on this dip down here. So let me show you this. This is the MTF chart, 500 tip bar chart. Bang, 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 bang. And previous low for the day, I think it was about 51, 51 and a quarter, something like that. And so on this dip, they were buying that dip, kind of forcing it down, picking it up. We know that because we're now above the high of that range, kind of played around a little bit. We went above the high, we're coming back a bit. It's a bit of a shame. And there's our triple, bang, 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 all kind of lining up. We started to break into an uptrend here. We did not have, it's been a big kind of down day overnight, and we've just been fussing around. Yeah, we had exhaustion sell down here at the lows, exhaustion buy here, and we kind of weakened from there. Would have liked to have seen an exhaustion sell kind of down here, but we did not get that. So, but because we're getting above the highs of these blue professional bars, that's why I've gone long. But I would have expected it just to break and go, so that's a little bit of a shame. Let's give it a little bit and see if we kind of come back here. Wasn't an amateur up bar, I suppose. That's kind of weakish. But anyway, so long 61.75. And let's see if we get back above this breakout level. Good, well that happened quickly. We busted up above the resistance on all three time frames pretty quick, so that's good. So just didn't have to wait around. If we'd been waiting around too long, it would have been just a bit of a kind of a weak call and not worth taking. But anyway, so now we're busted up. Movement target way out of the way. We're in this kind of range today, kind of consolidation range. So we've got a whole bunch of kind of resistance areas on the way up. So what was this? The last time up here was to 69.75, and this one here 72.75. So if we get towards the 69 and 70 kind of area, it's going to get kind of interesting. So let us hold on for the ride and see where this goes. Alright, we're on our way to the first stop hunt, which is up here, 69.75. So we're at 69s right now. So at about 70 and a quarter, kind of around then, there might be some nice little stops to run. So I've had a little end of trend go off on the 500 tip bar chart, doesn't particularly worry me. Got no blue professional bars taking profits on 1500, that's the first sign of trouble. So we're going to keep going until we see those. And yeah, so here's this 69.75 number that's going to be interesting. The next one up here is 72.75. So in that whole region is going to be, you know, healthily kind of populated with stops to run. So this could get interesting. All right. Well, a minute or two ago, I said I wasn't going to be worried until we saw blue professional up bars on 1500. And we just had a couple come in, and resistance on the 4500. But I think we're going to bust through. Still showing uptrend red bars, background red, all that kind of good stuff. This is what's gone on. A little blue professional bar kind of coming on that little retrace. We often get that at kind of halfway points. So a whole bunch of blue professional bars. That's a lot of professional activity, kind of coming at the lows of 56. Then at 66, here we go. So 69.75 was that little high here, and there we go, busting stops way up through there nicely. 72.75 was the next little area of resistance, which is this one here. Yep, 72.75. Okay, Rambo pattern just shot up there. So we're at 72s. It's like 73s, so there we go. Kind of in the middle of another little stop run there. So that was, I don't think that one fully went off. So that was 73. So normally I'd say about 73 and a quarter, like a half point above the previous pivot would be where the stops would be sitting. So that's gone off nicely. Now we're 10 points to the good. So I'd stretch my target well out. I think what we ought to be doing is holding until we hear Blue Professional bars kind of go off. Because so there's one lot kind of down here at 56, whole bunch here. That one kind of usually sometimes midpoint of the move. So 56 to 66 if you like, and then 66 to 76. So that should be around where I ought to be putting my target now. But we're busting out of this channel. So we've got another little stop run to go. So 72, 75 to 73 and a quarter. So 73's been hit a couple of times. So just move my target into 76, 75. Got Rambo patterns here, which is why this is just kind of weakened right there. It's 2000 read, better momentum, which is decent, but hasn't generated an exhaustion pattern. And because we're above resistance here on the 1500, we should run pullback end of trend. You can see the first one kind of went off here on the lowest time frame, busted above resistance on the highest time frame. But I think that that grouping at 72, 75, I think it's just too nice not to kind of chase after. So high up here, 81.75. I think that was the high for the day. Yeah. So yeah, we come back a little bit. All right, we're coming back up to. So there we go. That's that stop run. So it's 73 and a quarter. Just triggered a bunch that went off there. Took us up to, what was that? Was that 74? Yeah, 74 even. So that's a couple of stop runs. One at the 69.75 and then the 72.75. And I've got my target at 76.75. It's just should be waiting for Blue Professional bars to be going off my ear. I've got an alert on them on this chart and come off a little bit from there. Yeah, so just move that out to 78.75. Just because we've not seen any Blue Professional up bars to signal that they might be getting out. Well, we come back quite a bit. Blue Professional bars coming in on the retrace. Got a cyclical support in due on 500. Hopefully that'll hold us. It's a negative 2000 read there. So there's quite a lot of profit taking. You could see kind of buying into those highs. That was kind of amateur bars up there. So that was showing a weakness coming into test back up to 74s. But then on the dip, hopefully they've kind of come in, rescued the day, and so there's the support come back through 76s, and we'll go do it again and just kind of break to new highs. So I wasn't getting greedy, but Blue Professional bars in at the lows, midway point. They need to be getting out, and we haven't seen that activity yet. So let's just keep holding. All right, finally I think we're going to get some resolution. We've just been pushing around backwards and forwards, amateur bars up, amateur bars down and up, and you can see here on the MTF chart a whole bunch of amateur activity here. It's got to get resolved, and here we go. We're coming through the highs. Amateur up bar here on the 4500 tip bar chart. So another break above resistance on 500, so that might give us a pullback to end of trend as kind of a target on the 500 tip bar chart, but 78's in sight. This energy might kind of come in the next few bars just to wrap around and find a support on 1500 to put in pullback to end of trend here. Anyway, let's see if we've spent a lot of time fussing around under this previous little high. So what is that? 75, 70, 75, 75. Yep. Okay, we just touched it a couple of times. 75, 75. All right, I've got a okay, blue professional up bars, and that's 78, 75 target. That's a rainbow pattern there. Really should be holding for blue professional up bars on the MTF chart, because that's the mirror of this little sequence kind of down here. Some blue professional up bars. That energy is going to come in support on 1500. Go pull back to end of trend. Alright, we're at 77.50. It's 2000 read on better momentum. What was that? 78. No blue professional up bars yet. 78 and a quarter. My target's 78.75. Not going to move it out. That's kind of enough for me, but yeah, just got touched but not taken out. Order filled 78.75. Excellent, and still no blue professional up bars on 1500. So you have to keep on following this and see actually where this goes. Can't see it any there on the MTF chart either. Maybe they're going to come in above 81 or around 81.75, which was the high for the day. Good, good, good. Happy with that. In at 61.75, out at 78.75, which is 17 points. And what is it? 12.14. Going to stop there, but I'll keep looking at this and see where those blue professional bars come in on the MTF chart. It's been interesting to see what that kind of target should have been. Finally, we get a blue professional bar going off in my ear. There we go, up there, which is the 82s, 83s. Unbelievable. Went to so we went through the high for the day, which is 81.75, busted some stops, and that took us up here. So there it is, bang. So this whole sequence down at the bottom, bang, 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 bang. Measured move, kind of halfway point, or not. It wasn't exactly halfway, because that would have taken us to 76. But then we get up to the blue professional bar, kind of up there at the highs. I'd expect to see a couple more. Yeah, there we go. So not just the one, but a couple more than just one or two there. Not exactly mirroring all of these guys, but you know, something like that at least. But there we go. Exhaustion buys, those blue professional bars up there. And still got to run pullback end of trend on these time frames. So yeah, out too early. That's my usual modus operandi, but I'm still happy with that trade. And that's where the blue professional bars started to come in.